playing, creating, and today sharing this work with you, the Jagera and rural people. We have some other thank yous. We would like to thank Arts Queensland, who have provided some money. We would like to thank Brisbane City Council. I'd like to see you here, Councillor Howard. There you are, passing in the lights. Brisbane City Council supporting us. Also supporting the Predate Creative Development is Promenade Dance Studios, Queensland College of Dance, Australasian Dance Collective. For the time, thank you very much. That's the only dancing you're getting out of me today. Significant partner, of course, in this creative development is Grant Collins. And we would also like to acknowledge his supporters, who are, if you're in the market for drums, etc., Vic Firth, Pearl, Prologix, Remo, and Zildjian. I love that word, Zildjian. So, for those of you who are possible presenting partners, an extra special welcome to you. Tonight, or this evening, you will be seeing a very, very big sample of what we believe will be the final show, but of course there'll be more finessing and more work to be done before it reaches its final iteration. For those of you who are regional partners, hello, whichever camera you're on, potential regional partners, we of course are also working on possible community engagement models to integrate your local dancers into this work. Unfortunately, with a bit of a 3-day hiatus due to a certain virus that's going around, we haven't done as much work on that as we would like, but I'm sure with your excellent communications and performing arts range, we are able to work out where we will slot your dancers in. We will be having, as the airlines say, light refreshments, or a wine, or a beer, or a soft drink after the show if you'd like to hang around and have a chat. So, with no further ado, he says, putting his notes into the back of his pants, I would like you to welcome to the stage the Primal Effect Company.
then I got to use those ideas as part of the warm-up for the kids as well. And then before we knew it, it was part of the show. And we were like, oh, okay, great. So that got us talking a little bit about, well, maybe we should try something and do something. And I've seen this kit on stage before, back at the Powerhouse, you know, in front of 500 people. So I knew I wanted the numbers to match this as well. So I got 10 amazing artists to work with us and get in the studio. We started with a lot of body percussion. You just saw an amazing work that Grant informed them with this body percussion, and they explored how they could deconstruct that whole session. That was one of the starting points. Other starting points we looked at were really looking into ideas of the somatic effect and how the grains of sand might vibrate on a drum as it's being knocked about. As starting points for movement vocabulary. Or even just running, Grant runs his thumb along the drum skin and it has a stretch sound and movement. How do we find that vocabulary? And those are some of the starting points for the movement. But overall, I think for me and us as we've been creating, it's actually about rhythm and what rhythm means to us on a really primal level. From the moment we're conceived, we're listening to our mother's heartbeat, and then we live our lives through a constant rhythm with the world around us. And I think we can all say that we've experienced a huge interruption to that rhythm over the past year. And this, in a sense, has been a really great way to find that connection again. We're not allowed to touch people, we're not allowed to get close to people anymore, and this is one of the ways we do it. And through the body percussion and the movement, and this relationship, we found this connection again. And I have to say, I'm going to start a new trend from now on. Every time I meet someone, instead of shaking their hand, I'm going to start the rhythm, and they're going to copy it back. And I'm just going to keep doing that until that happens. But I'm not going to talk anymore, because these guys, they do all the talking. So I'm just going to leave it at that, except for...
Hello. Hey guys, how you going tonight? Cool. Oh, it's such a great honour to get out here and play for you guys tonight, especially to put this thing to an audience, because as anyone here knows, when you're making a new show at work, it's sort of like you're just sort of running it and you're just waiting for that opportunity. So it's really, really good to get out and play it for you guys. Thanks everyone for coming out on your Friday night back at the Judith Wright Centre. Performances at the Judith Wright Centre. Whoa, look out. Such a great venue, so it's really good to initiate it with a bit of this. Awesome. Yeah, as Zaman was saying earlier, the collaboration's been great because I've been playing like this style of music, the solo drum music, for like a couple of decades now. And yeah, when we were talking, I've always, like, hopefully you can feel through my compositions, like I like that storytelling narrative, you know, painting pictures and that sort of thing. And it's been awesome to put it to the guys when we were picking the pieces and looking at what they came up with for the different themes, like the Egyptian sort of themes and that sort of thing. And also, like with the body percussion thing, the dancers, what we realised very quickly, that they're used to working in lots of 8. Like, not just lots of 8, but lots of 8. And so it was quite weird when I do something and go, well, this is a 7-bar phrase of 8. And they're like, whoa, my brain's melting, like that sort of thing. But we got sort of through it. And also when I realised, you know, because everyone here is like professional dancers, so they pick up rhythms quite quickly. And, you know, I do a lot of workshops with schools and that, so, you know, you've sort of got to keep it so everyone can do it. So I started challenging the guys with all like odd time signatures and stuff like that. And, you know, playing in 7, and like this next piece we do, it's called 7-8-9 beta. What it is, at once, like the main riff that we start with is like a bar of 7-8 and 8-8 sort of repeats, and then we go into a bar of 9-16. And I'm just telling you the technical side. Don't try and analyse it, just listen to it, but just so you know what these guys have had to deal with. Like I'm going, no, we could put a bar of 9-16 in that. And they're going, what's a 9-16? I'm like, whoa. But we worked it all out, and there's one stage in the middle, because one thing I like doing, as you notice with my limbs, I like layering these different layers of rhythm with all my limbs. So we've got the 3 groups basically, one over this side, one over this side, and me in the middle, and at sort of the middle of the piece, we've got one group over here in 9, that group over there's an 8, and I'm playing in 7, all simultaneously for you, so everyone can sort of be going like that sort of thing. Don't worry, we don't hold it too long, so we can keep your attention. That's always something, you know. Otherwise, it's like, oh yeah, that was good for the first 5 minutes. That sort of thing. So, you know, we've sort of kept down to a dull rule. And we've actually got 2 pieces to play for this evening. The rest of the show is this piece here, 7-8-9 beta, and the last one is a track of mine called Primal Instinct. And it is what it is. It's just sort of me everyone, like when we do it, everyone's like just ready to fall on the floor because it's just sort of put it all out there. That's why we like finishing with it, because if you start with it, you've got nothing left in the tank for the rest of the show. But thank you very much, everyone, for coming along. And also, like, to me, to like Zaman and Lizzie and all the dancers, it's just been so much fun. Like, to be able to play this beautiful instrument and get in different environments. I've always pictured it as more than just solo drums. I think there's a lot more vehicles out there that I can test drive with. Any puppeteers? Maybe? Or maybe a harp duet. That would actually be pretty cool. You'd have to have some serious mics on the harp though. But anyway, thanks very much for coming in. Obviously at the end of this, we're going to take 5 minutes to catch our breath and then come out and hopefully chat to everyone outside. It's going to be fun. But thanks heaps, guys. I'll see you soon.